Welcome to the Kearns podcast. We discuss real estate investing, entrepreneurship, and business to help you retire and become financially free. Make sure you share this podcast with someone who could benefit from it and leave us a 5-star review. It truly helps me out. This show will mentor you towards financial freedom. If I can do it, so can you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kearns podcast. Today, I've got a very special guest, Trew Kitch from Trew Landscaping. Trew's one of my students, 19 years old. He is a gunslinger, man. Dropped out of high school, started a landscaping business, going to do about $1.4 million in business this year. I'm excited. You know, I don't have a lot of people on my podcast these days that are my students because their story is not that compelling. You know what I mean? Yours is pretty compelling, not from a student perspective, but from somebody who's just a go-getter, man. Like,
thank you.
I see a lot of what I want my kids to be. They're here with me in the studio. Like, I tell my kids, like, they need to bust their ass. They're rich kids, you know what I mean? And so I'm worried about them because I grew up broke. Did you grow up broke?
No, middle class.
All right, so tell me how you got that drive, bro.
Just my parents always seen them work. And so, yeah, if you want hardworking kids, you're going to have to be hardworking.
Well, it doesn't work for me.
Well, if they see you working hard every day, they're going to work hard.
Did you change at one point in time, or were you always like this?
I've always been wanting to go get after something. Like whether if it was football or something, I always wanted to work hard.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know what I could do because I was so young.
So tell me what's your big goals and ambitions right now, man?
Definitely just keeping the landscape business going. And next year I want to scale down a little bit and just fully focus on profit and just do
scale down? What do you mean?
Like not try to do as many projects, but try to focus on as much profit as possible. So in that $1.4 million in sales, it's like the gross profit's probably like 20%. Mm-hmm. So next year I want to do 33% gross profit.
Okay.
So it'll be more money, just less sales.
Okay.
So like Instagram won't be as cool, but more money in my pocket.
Right. So you're trying to work less
and make more. Yeah.
Work less and make more.
Yeah, to have better clients and everything.
So like for people who are listening to your story, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Where'd you grow up?
Liberty, Missouri.
Liberty, Missouri. And that town's changed a lot since you grew up?
Yeah, it's growing. It's getting big. We lived right outside of it in Kansas City, but yeah, it's a new thing now. Like everyone's moving to Liberty. It's a really now like looking at other areas because we live in Parkville now, like 30 minutes west. It's like, wow, I lived in a very nice area.
You know, it's funny. I was just looking at this last night. So like the place that I grew up, the house that I stayed in as a renter, the landlady bought it in 1985. It was probably a $200,000 property. Mm-hmm. And guess what it's worth now? She bought it for $85,000 in 1985.
I don't know. What is it worth now?
Just guess.
More? Like a lot more?
$1.1 million.
Holy God.
So that's what I'm saying. Areas like Liberty remind me of where I grew up. They're just blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
And where I grew up, there was one traffic light. People think oh, you're a rich kid. You grew up as a rich kid. No, I didn't, man. I grew up broke in a rich kid's neighborhood, though. My parents were the renters.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So going from watching your parents work, what made you dropped out of high school, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I wanted to drop out of high school to work hard, make my money. I quit playing football, and I wanted to go all in on what I wanted to do, which was have a lawn care business at the time, and then I realized I wanted to do landscaping.
So you were doing lawn care?
I wanted to do lawn care like my dad did. He owns a lawn care business, yeah.
Does he still do that?
Yeah, he's been doing it for 20 years.
What does he think about his son?
He's very proud of me.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so, yeah.
He's not jealous?
No, he's not jealous. I don't think he's jealous.
Okay.
No.
You would hope that he would never be jealous, but you could see sometimes as a guy our egos can be you know what I mean? Your son's just 19 because you worked for him a little bit, right?
I worked for him, yeah. I worked for him since I started working for him at maybe 14 years old for $10 an hour, just working as much as possible, gain money, and I bought my first car.
Nice.
And paid well, we went 50-50. I paid him off like as soon as possible.
Really?
Because like out of respect, I'm like, here. Because he's paying me to work and then I'm paying him back. So it's actually funny.
Yeah.
But like I had that work ethic always because I always saw him work hard, then I work hard, and now I'm trying to work smarter. And it's like, okay, he's a great example for me to look at the good and the bad because I see it firsthand. Like, okay.
What's the bad?
The bad is just not asking for help, I'd say.
Interesting. Like help in what regard?
Trying to do it all.
But you mean like no employees?
No, he has employees, but like for me, it's like, okay, I need someone to do this for me because I'm not the best at it. To delegate more and to know what you're not good at.
Yeah. So your dad has a problem. Your dad wants to figure everything out.
Yes, he's a very hard worker, and he really, he wants to do it all, and that's great. But I'm like, and I'm kind of lazy though. Like, okay, I don't want to do everything. Like, let me pay money for someone to do that for me.
So has he picked up on what you've been doing? Is he watching it and like?
I think so.
You're not trying to say too much to him, though.
I'm not trying to say too much.
He's gonna watch this podcast.
He's gonna watch this podcast.
Dad, you should be super proud of Trew. He's kicking butt. You're also big into church, right?
Yes, we go to church, and grown up in church my whole life, pretty much. And we've been going to the Rock since it was built, I think.
When was it built?
I'm not for sure. Maybe it's 15 years old or something.
So like you're a baby.
Yeah.
Like you're 4 years old, you're walking in there.
I think so. I don't know exactly what year it was built.
And you're married too, man.
And I'm married too. So it's overwhelming telling people all of this because I don't want them to like compare themselves to me because then they're like, oh shoot, I need to get married and I need to start my business. I need to buy a rental and I need to.
No,
just do like step one,
Yeah, step one, just like have a goal. Whatever that goal is. I mean, just because you decided, you're pretty mature for a 19-year-old, you kind of know yourself real well.
I'd say that.
Yeah, know what you want, and you've been working for a long, long time. Is this your first time on a podcast?
No, I've been on 2 other podcasts, but not in person.
Oh, really? It's different in person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Virtual is just so much, like you could like kind of zone out. Like in person, like you're like, everything's like right there.
Yeah, I did. One podcast didn't get posted and one did get posted, but it was some guy I never met him. I talked to him once and that was on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he's doing, but I hope he's doing good.
So how'd you get in the real estate bug? Where'd that start?
So I've always known like the end game is real estate. For some reason it was in my brain. Cause I just, watching Grant Cardone and then Chase Gallagher, your old student. I was like,
what up, Chase?
Yeah, he does. I'm like, you know what? He's already doing it. He's very intelligent.
Chase is a smart guy.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, you just got to copy and paste.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm just be like, what's he doing? Okay, well, I'm going to, that's obviously smart.
Yeah.
And
just parking your money in something. Like if you're going to park it in a savings account, you're going to park it in equipment, you're going to park it in something, park it in real estate. And then you'll be, everybody who's rich has real estate. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Because it goes up in value. It's going to shoot off cash flow every month. And then right now, it's a tax shelter, so it's going to yield you from having to pay taxes.
And then right when we met, I think I realized, I'm like, you know what? Like now I understand why the rich don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
And it's not because they're scammers or anything. It's because they're buying real estate.
We're scammers, man.
It's because they're buying real estate and, things that will make them look like
it's depreciation.
Yeah,
depreciation's a loss on paper.
And people don't understand that. And there's people that like, I don't want to pay taxes. And there's people like, oh, I pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah.
Thinking
that's how I used to be. Yeah. I used to pay $300,000 in taxes and think I was a smart guy, even when I owned real estate, just because I didn't know cost segregation and depreciation and all that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm like, you know what? Like, my goal is not to pay taxes.
That should be everybody's goal. If you're listening to this podcast right now, if you're watching the show right now, your goal should be not to pay taxes.
Like, if you buy a rental and you have a W-2 job, like a 9-to-5, you don't have. Well,
so now with Airbnb, there's a way that the government came out with a new law that you can not pay taxes as an Airbnb investor and do W-2, but as a normal one, you basically have to spend more of your time in real estate and earn more of your money in real estate. You have to be a real estate tax professional status to get that. But if with Airbnb, there's some sort of a carve out. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Okay, but so this winter was very tough for me, and I was just, basically pacing around my apartment every single day, bugging my wife because it was so snowy outside.
Yeah.
I couldn't do landscaping.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do snow. And I'm just like, right before it took off to spring, I stumbled upon you and I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like,
you're like, this guy knows everything. He's the
smartest guy.
He's the smartest guy I've seen on the internet.
Smartest guy ever. I'm like, he's flipping a house in the hood in Kansas City. And so I've been to a real estate meetup before.
Yeah.
And they were all like, stay away from there, stay away from there.
Yeah.
And I see you making like however much money, 40 grand or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he's doing it and you're not flashy.
No.
And so I respect that because, you don't post a Lamborghini or something.
No, I should. I think more people respect that than they do respect the fact that you got money.
Yeah. And
like that
casually.
Well, what's funny is my buddy, shout out Jason Abrams, he told me right before I got on social media, and we just talked the other day. He was on a podcast with me. He goes, dude, you're the only real deal I know online. And he goes, and when I first got going, he was like on my first podcast, like, almost 3 years ago. And he goes, no one's going to believe you though. I go, why? He goes, because you wear Old Navy, bro. Like, I was an Old Navy guy.
That's how I am. Like, that's what I want to be because I don't want to be flashy and thinking it's all good. Like, I don't want to have a Raptor and thinking.
I got a Raptor. I bought the first Raptor at 40 though. Listen, I had
like.
No,
yeah, you do. I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like flashy, like, oh, I have this, I have that, I have that. Like, I want to be.
Keep it in the bank.
Laying low.
Yeah.
And being humble. Because from Instagram, I'm like, man, my life looks so cool. And then, like, the real life is like, it's tough.
It is, man. And keep going.
Comparing yourself to other people. Like, I had to unfollow everyone because I was comparing myself to other people. And I'm like, man, they're doing it. But you don't see their problems, and it just looks amazing. Like, they just made 10 grand on this landscape project. And like, man, I'm not doing that, and I'm dealing with these horrible clients. But in reality,
I do the same thing, man. Like,
in reality, they're just not posting about it.
Well, yeah, you look at even like when you're teaching people real estate, and you see other guys who are real estate guys, and I've had some of the students come to me and they've taken other courses, and they're like, man, why did I take this guy's course? Because like he doesn't know anything. And I was like, dude, it all sounds good online. Yeah. Like, it all sounds good online, but like the truth is there's no secrets.
When they're making most of their money from coaching, that's the problem.
I can candidly say I make no money from coaching. Like, honestly, because here's the thing, is there's like these guys, Kareem, Section 8 and stuff like that. They lie and they take the kids.
They make all their money off of coaching.
Yeah, they make all their money off coaching. And the reality is, if you want to make good money on coaching, this is advice to anybody. Just show the thing, don't be the thing. Just act like you're, but like if you want to, you get a Lamborghini and you'll have a bunch of people because that's what people believe.
Get a Lamborghini and then tell people that you started coaching just to help people.
Yeah, and use God a lot. Yeah. That's another thing that people do. Have you noticed that? Like, it's like you're going to use God a lot. So let's talk about God. So one thing, it's interesting. I want to share some stuff with you. So I grew up Christian Scientist. Do you know what that is? It's not Scientologist like Grant Cardone. So it's where you don't believe in, where you pray for a healing versus go to the doctor. And so I had So I had an aversion to church.
So you don't take any medicine.
Right. And so I didn't really like church. And so I kind of like, for the last, 30 years, have kind of like not been that way. And then I've slowly been getting drawn in a little bit. So I think that's funny that I'm going to the same church.
That's funny because we joined your program. And then that Saturday we randomly saw you.
Yeah.
And you remember my dad said hi to you? He said, because he sees you on Instagram or Facebook. He's like, hey, you're the guy off doing real estate.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, that was a God thing. Like, dang, all of a sudden, like, we join your program, then we see you at church. I don't think it's
you know how close that is to my house? And our neighbors go there all the time. My neighbor.
Cheapo Debo guy.
Yeah, Cheapo Debo guy. Travis. He's always wearing a Jesus shirt. And it's just like one of those things where I feel like I want to have a better relationship. It's like you're looking for that peace. And I think that's
Weren't you, because I was watching long time ago, I was watching the podcast with Chase Gallagher. Weren't you a Jew?
My kids are Jewish.
You guys are Jewish?
My kids are Jewish. My wife's Jewish. And so she struggles with that because she likes God and Jesus. And she's having like an identity crisis. She was actually talking about that because
they only look at the Old Testament?
No, the reality is she was Jewish, but I was like, well, when's the last time you went to synagogue? Because we just talked about this the other week. And she's like, 40 years ago or something like that. And I'm like, so just go to church and go get the relationship. Because sometimes with Christianity, people put it out there like, you got to do this and you got to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just don't take it that way. Just go and take the message and keep rolling with it. That's what I'm doing. I'm still struggling with the identity of things. Let's just roll with it. We don't need to go and do whatever. We're just gonna go and take the good stuff, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is with it though is like I've been going to church my whole life, but I'm still brand new in the faith. Like I just started reading my Bible every morning. Like I'm
reading it every morning.
Every morning. Well, yeah, now. And
that's tough. That's discipline.
I've been gaining my time in the Word, and it's been crazy. And it's like the more you're in the Word, it's like more you feel convicted with sin. And so it's very, because you're being more in the Word and less in the world.
So you're seeing a lot of sin.
You're able to see like you can look at someone and you can just be like sin, and
judgmental.
And yeah, you could also be your own God and judge them. Yeah. And that's a hard part because you're like, man, they're doing that and they're doing this. But then everyone is like a filthy sinner, hypocrite.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a big thing with like a lot of pastors get in trouble because they're hypocrites. And so people leave the church because of that. But it's like, we're all hypocrites and Jesus was the only perfect one.
That's it.
And it's like, we're all like our Pastor Philip, I don't know if you were there, but he was like, he doesn't want yes men around him. He wants people to rebuke him and condemn him for doing wrongdoing and things like that.
Yeah.
And so, if you get, I don't know, people make up their own church and their own Bible and their own stuff. And
that's cool, man, that you're doing that stuff. Where does that come from? Like, just you want to be a better man?
It's just being convicted, like, just gaining faith and gaining more just knowing the truth. I think the more truth you know, and it's crazy. It's like every month is like looking back on a year ago. It's like, man, I was so dumb and I was doing this and I was doing that, and then it's like I think
your knowledge,
wisdom.
Yeah,
I think people when they give up, trying not to be better is when you fail. Like you're trying and you give up and you just like you're trying to eat healthier and then you just fully give up and then you go back to like fast food every single day, or like for an example.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
In front of me?
Or like soda, things like you want to do better and then you give up and then that's all you do.
Dude, I love going to Andy's when I give up. When I give up, I'm going right to Andy's and Whataburger when I give up. It's like,
oh yeah.
And I've been there before where it's like, you're eating healthy. And then you're like, because it's funny you mentioned that. That's like one of the hardest things for people, right? You're eating healthy. Next thing you know, you're like, dude, I'm just going to go and get
just one time.
And then next thing you know, it's
every day.
Every day.
So my thing, I went like 15 days with no sugary coffee. So because I was addicted to like getting a Golden Eagle from Dutch Bros. And then my wife's like, just get a sugar-free. So I get a sugar-free. And I was like, man, that's like cheating. Because it's like, it's sugar-free, but it tastes the same. And
is it cheating?
I don't know. But should I have it every single day? Like, I don't know.
I think you got to take it easy on yourself sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like you can, because where does it start? Like, are you this perfect person? I drink water. I read the Bible every day. I don't do anything else. I don't deserve. It's like, all right, man, you got to live a little too.
Yeah, today I had a white monster, and I peed like 4 times. So. But I don't know. I
can't do the energy drinks, man. No. They make me freaking.
I wish, because I know like once you go no energy drink and no caffeine for 2 weeks, I know you'll feel good. It's just so hard to get through those 2 weeks. Same with like eating healthy. Like I've never actually in my life have gone like eating super clean for a whole week.
Go 75 hard, bro. If you want to do something tough,
yeah.
Do 75.
I don't think I'm disciplined enough for that.
Well, that's what the whole point of 75 hard is it's to develop the discipline.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm down 30 pounds from.
Oh, you're doing it, right?
Well, I did it. And then now, so like, what are you, 160?
Yeah, I'm 160 now.
Okay. So I graduated high school at 167. Okay. I was at 218 before we started 75 hard. And I remember we were at my Danny, who worked for me, his wedding. And he had like a Haagen Dogs at the wedding and stuff. And we're just loading up. Like, it's like, what do they call that? What are the 5 deadly sins? Gluttony.
I deal with gluttony.
Yeah, I'm at gluttony right now, man. I'm freaking at Five Guys. I'm eating I'm doing everything. We're on our way back. We're just stuffing our faces full. And then we go on 75 hard. And it's to develop self-discipline. So you work out twice a day, one outside, one inside. I'm going to do it at the end of the year because I'm trying to get down to 185 before the end of the year and maintain it. And then I'm trying to get down to 170 next year and maintain it.
Dang. I think my sister did 75 hard.
If you want to develop the self-discipline, bro.
Yeah.
And then you just add the Bible to it. Like I added Duolingo to mine.
I paid money for the different language app, and I did it for like a month.
Well, that's the thing about people think, Trew, is they think that like if you pay the money, like even with the students that we've coached, you pay the money, you're going to get the thing. The money doesn't equal the thing. The effort equals the thing. You pay the money, you're going to get the knowledge, but the wisdom comes from doing the work.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your journey with the landscaping business. I want to go more there. So you're a spiritual guy. It sounds like just from our conversation right now, you're trying to get better. You're trying to become a better dude.
I'm trying to be, well, I think I'm trying to, I look at Jesus and I'm like, he's the ultimate example. And I'm trying to be more like Jesus. And so when I'm convicted with the sin I do, it's like, man, I need to be more in the word and more like him. And yeah, I will fail and I will, but every time I do fail, I need to go to God and go to the Bible and go, and not go to bad things. And, like if I'm feeling down or whatever, listen to the good stuff and not listen to like sad music.
What gets you down?
Like if I'm really mad at something, like something happens with business or something, or, I'm just feeling down, like
the truck. Would that be an example? Just kind of
my diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
just beating yourself up for a bad decision.
Yeah. That don't get me started on that. I thought about that this morning.
I'm just saying, like, everybody does that, man. It's that thought loop in your head. And the one thing that I know, and this is something that I'm just learning at 47, you're way more wise than I was at 19 than I was, or you're way wiser at 19 than I was at 19. And one thing that I'm learning from a guy named Brian Tracy is, and I'm not perfect at this at all, is the self-discipline, the little things. And he has this one called Unstoppable and then The Power of Self-Discipline. And basically what he says is, if you spend the 60 minutes a day working on yourself, doing those little things that matter, the 25 push-ups, the freaking reading the book, the little tiny things that we never do that add up to the big things. Because real estate, I would say, is easy. You can be pretty dumb and be financially.
I think real estate's easy. I think it is.
I do too, man. It's
if you're in it for a year, I think you could become like better than everyone.
Yeah, it's not complicated.
Better than most people. Because in February, me and my wife knew nothing, and now we're like, what is it, October? So it's been like over 6 months, and now we're like, oh, okay, now we understand. And it's like I can't imagine that another year. Another year.
Yeah.
It's like
it's not difficult. The hardest part in life is self-discipline. And if you can control your thoughts, that's the major thing, because if you can control what they say, thoughts are things. So if you can control yourself to have a good thought loop and telling yourself, because I think what most people do is they beat themselves up. Everybody.
I beat myself up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I fall into more bad things after that, because
what are your bad things? Sugar-free coffee?
No, so like, let's say if I skip a work, I snooze in a little bit.
Okay.
So snooze in, I rush my morning, then I get a coffee, then like just things add up to start off the day bad, and it just gets worse and worse.
Man, if you win the morning, you
feel great.
So what's a winning morning? A perfect morning for Trew?
A perfect morning for me is like I'm really bad at waking up. So if I do wake up every single day early, that is discipline because it's hard.
What's early?
Early is like 6 a.m.
Yeah, I agree.
because I wake up every day at like 7, sometimes 8. It just depends what I'm doing.
What time you go to bed?
10 every night.
Yeah, so you like to sleep.
Yeah.
Do you fall asleep easy?
I'd say so, yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I love sleeping. And so, a man that loves sleeping will be poor, so it's like I can't sleep that much. But perfect morning is to wake up every morning. This sounds crazy. Every morning, and I've had this discipline, and I skipped it yesterday, I think. I wake up, and right now I have 3 things. I used to have like 10 things to do, like 100 push-ups, this, that, this. I get in the cold shower, freezing cold shower.
Okay.
And I brush my teeth in the shower.
Okay.
It's weird, but
I do
it at the same time.
I do it.
It's smart.
Yeah.
It's like you're not making a mess. It's not on your shirt. Yeah. And then I read the Bible for 20 minutes, or I've been trying. It's a new thing. Mm-hmm. I used to just read 2 pages and read the Bible for 10 minutes. And then ever since I started my company in, pretty much last January, I've had a gratitude journal that I write 4 sentences.
That's the hardest.
And every single morning, maybe I've probably skipped maybe 10 times in 2 years. Ooh. But write down what I'm grateful for, write down what I'm praying for, and then write like just things that are going in life. So if I go back to when I first started my company, it's like, Lord, please fix my truck. Yeah. Like, Lord, let the mechanic get my truck. For probably like 3 months, I was writing like, Lord, I hope this week's the week I get my truck back.
Yeah.
Because I started my company. My truck went out. Yeah. And I was broke, and I had to use my grandma's car, my dad's car, my friend's car. Like I was using everyone's vehicle. Yeah. It was just eating away money. And so every morning, gratitude, and then cold shower.
Brush teeth.
Yeah, brush teeth. Of course.
20 minutes of Bible.
I tried. Yeah, read
2 sentences on the journal.
4 sentences on
four
the
sentences.
Gratitude journal. It's gratitude and prayer.
Okay.
And then, and I put the date and time as well.
Okay, me too.
The time is important, so then you can look.
I didn't do the time, I do the date.
Look at in the week, and then you're like, okay, what time did I wake up? Like, oh, today, okay, wow, I was really good this week. Every single time was before 8 a.m. or before 7.
To me, that's the hardest part. To me, the writing is the hardest part.
Writing. My handwriting's horrible. So.
I just hate writing.
Yeah.
But there's some therapy that comes with it too. So keep going.
I guess so. And then afterwards, when I'm done, I say goodbye to my wife, and I go on a 20-minute walk or a 1-mile walk before I get in my car, because I used to just hop in my truck and then go to the job site. Mm-hmm. And so for the first 2 hours or hour of the day, I was very not moving. Like I wasn't moving at all. So I was very tired. So starting the day off tired. Right. And then, so I started walking, and I try not to be on my phone, but sometimes if I wake up late, people just start calling me, texting me, this, that. And then I walk 1 mile, think about my day, have some peace to it, kind of. I try to until people start calling me. And then...
So maybe leave the phone at home?
No, most of the time I should leave the phone in the truck before I go.
I just bring my watch. When I go for a run, I try to bring...
You don't listen to music when you run?
No, I do. So... What I do is I got one of those little belts because I got to carry my phone otherwise. So I'll just put like a book on, or
I always run with my phone in my hand.
I do that. I did that. So there's a little thing that you can buy off Shein for like $7-8. It's a little strap, and you put your phone in there. You put your earpods in there too, and then you got your earpods. You set your music, set your book. You go for a run, and then I don't have to think about it, because I hate running with my phone in my hand. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And so I'll run on that. Like tomorrow, I'll go for a big run. Today I didn't. I did yoga. Now, so for me, yoga is such a freaking like a grounding type of thing. You're talking about grounding when you walk. It's funny because I mentioned.
Where do you do yoga at?
I do yoga right downtown here. So if I miss the run, my goal is to do. So I'll tell you my perfect morning. Yeah. So ideally, my perfect morning would be waking up, getting some exercise, running, doing the reading, and doing the journaling.
I think, I wish I could wake up and just run.
You can.
I always feel better running.
You cannot start your day off wrong going on a run.
I've never felt bad after a run
No.
until my knees like throbbing.
Yeah. Good.
But I always feel mentally great.
Mentally just
and
crisp.
just energy, like you just want to start just crushing the day.
Yeah, and you're just so calm.
Yeah. I need, instead of my morning walk, I need to do a little morning jog.
Well, you can come with me on Monday if you want.
Sounds good. Yeah, you said that. So I went on a run the other day, and I don't go on runs all the time. But I'm like, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it hard, and I do it.
You're all or nothing.
I'm running 3 miles for the first time in a month, and then my IT band starts to hurt, or right now it's like my cartilage in my knee.
Just run through it.
And I run through it, but then the next day, like I ran through it one time, and the next day I couldn't walk. Like it was
The best piece of advice I can give you as somebody who's...
You told me to stretch and do.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the yoga is the best. And the thing is, for me, the reason I do the yoga classes is I don't have the discipline to go put my phone on and watch yoga on the YouTube and stick it out. But when I'm in a classroom of competitive people, I do it. And so the reason I do the classes, so me, the perfect morning would be going to the 6 o'clock yoga, because they have a 6 a.m. one, which I've done multiple times.
So
but
you drive just straight here?
Yeah, get up at 5, get straight up, drive straight here, go to yoga, and then I'm mellow like the whole day, because you stretch your whole body, you sweat like crazy. But either way, as long as I'm doing one of those two things in the day, in the morning, it really starts your day off right.
Yeah. My dream morning would be waking up at 5, doing my morning routine, going to the gym, hitting a hard workout, and then from the gym going to meet my crew at the job site. But that is really hard.
So dream morning for me.
I love it though.
5 a.m. Same thing. I think the 5 a.m. is win the morning. It's just like the hardest thing is falling asleep, I think, for me.
Oh, at night?
Oh yeah, hard.
You have caffeine after noon?
Yeah, but it's weird. Caffeine is one of those things, like I don't like it in the morning, so I don't drink it in the morning.
So like if you drink caffeine at noon, it'll be in your body until midnight, I think.
Oh, really?
So that's why you can't sleep. Or you eat too late.
There's just so many things. Like it's never one, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into our podcast right now. I am so happy that you are here. You are in the right spot to be getting inspired by other people that have just achieved their goals so that you can achieve your goals. Do me a favor. Leave us a 5-star review. It really helps us grow. And give us comments and feedback. So we read those. It helps us grow. The most important person in this podcast is the listener, right? And so if you give us your feedback, it will allow us to create a better podcast for you. And make sure you enjoy the show and leave us a 5-star review. Let's get into real estate now. So you've bought...
Trying to get my second.
You've got one house now. We did a video. We'll link up to the video in this one. Great deal. Learned some mistakes on the rehab.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. It's just part of the process, right? Like all that money is going to knock off taxes. So who cares?
It's all right. Yeah, tax write-off.
Yeah. And so you bought the first house, learned a bunch of things on that one. Already started driving that neighborhood, which is exactly what I would do.
Yeah, every time I went to the house, I drove a new way. And I was just trying to know the neighborhood. And I saw some for sale signs of like houses that have been flipped or that are selling. And I saw this one. I'm like, that's the same exact house as I have now. I'm going to call this person. I looked on Redfin. It wasn't live. Well, it went live 6 hours later.
Yeah.
We met there. I was a little hesitant because me and my wife wanted to put an offer on this other house for us to live in. Yeah. But we were like, you know what? Let's just be patient because it's hard to get our first rental and then our first house. And, I'm like, you know what? Let's see whichever one's the better path. If it's the second rental or our first house, like if we get this one locked down and then it's still available, let's go for it.
I think I just think hold off on the house, man.
You think keep renting?
Well, here's the thing. You're doing so damn well that you're going to buy a house that you're not going to be happy with. And you're going to want to get a different one right away.
Yeah.
And so you're going to move into a house that you're not 100% happy with. You're going to go through all these real estate rentals and you're going to learn what you want in your house.
Yeah, that's the big part is like, by the time I'm a couple years in, it's like, man, I can build my own house from the ground.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying, man. Like I would be patient and try to like pick you're not losing any money. You got a place to stay. You're making good investments. Other people, I would tell them, buy a house.
Yeah.
But I think that you're going to keep making more and more money and you're going like this. And so what happens is when you go like this and you buy a house right over here, you're up here and the house is over here. And I think you're right now you're saying, hey, I'm going to switch to this more profit model. And you're saying, I'm doing it this way, but your business is going to keep changing and you're going to keep changing things. And you might say, I think eventually you might say, I'm going to have equipment. And then I think this is going to happen because you're a smart guy and that's what smart guys do. They own equipment. Like, because they realize I'm renting all this equipment, I'm paying all this money. I could have that money.
All my subcontractors have their own equipment.
Right. And smart subs do, but but you think about like the winter times that are slow, like what piece of equipment would make you money in the wintertime? An excavator, right? Like, so you look at stuff like that and you're like, I need to have a big piece of property and where am I going to park an excavator on the house that I'm looking at? Nowhere.
Exactly. So maybe you said 5 acres property, maybe get a lot and then have people build a shop behind and have people rent that shop or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, for me, if I was you, I'm not saying build a house. I'm just saying try to find something that's got a good piece of land as your first piece of property, or find something that you could build on. I mean, shit, if you really just wanted to do something, you could be like, all right, like go buy something that's not that expensive on a piece of land, you know?
Yeah.
But you're in Kansas City, Missouri. Land's cheap out here, man, comparatively.
Yeah.
Comparatively, like we're not talking, you know how much an acre is in Las Vegas, Nevada?
I don't even know how much.
Well, you can't grow anything in it
here, like 20 grand.
20 grand would be considered a good price on a piece of land out here.
Oh, wow.
So, I paid 18 for mine and that was 4 years ago. And I would say you're not going to find that anywhere close to it now. But yeah, 20 grand is a good piece. So if you could buy 5 acres for 100 grand, that would be a great price.
Okay.
You know? So I would tell you, do that. So let's talk about, real estate, you're buying your second one, you're in contract at 135.
Yep.
That one, I don't think is going to cost you more than, honestly, 15 to 20 grand to fix that house up.
Yeah.
So did you get the first one rented yet?
No, we hired I met someone from Kiavi.
Okay.
And she's very intelligent and she's talking all this. She knows the area, she knows people. For like $900, half a month's rent, like if she gets it rented out and she does everything in her power to make sure she gets the best renter.
Yeah.
And that's something I don't have time for.
Sure.
And she'll do it all for $900.
Cool.
That's a good deal. Right? Most of the time it's the first month.
Just make sure you approve it.
Yeah.
Just make sure you look at everything and you approve it. And yeah, I do agree. Part of my learning in real estate was running into the wrong tenants for the first couple of years. Like I had the wrong tenants in there. So you want to make sure that you got somebody who's got, 2 years of,
income.
You want to make sure you see they've got stable income, decent credit, not a lot of collections. They pay their bills. Like there's things that are going to renters are going to have issues. People are going to have issues. You're not going to get like a perfect person. You might get the golden goose every once in a while. Like my sister rented her property. She got the golden goose. But you want to find somebody that's not going to destroy your property. Look at their car. How do they treat their car?
And their outfit, what they're wearing and how their hair is and if they're presentable and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the car is the big thing.
Car.
Yeah. Look at the car.
What about if they have two nice cars?
Well, rent might come last.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? They're clean cut. They got 2 nice cars. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the story is the credit, man. Once you look at people's credit, it's going to really tell you, okay, do they pay their bills? Okay, like anything, like if they got medical collections, that happens. Like medical collections are something that are hard to recover from. But do they have AT&T? Do they owe everybody money? Do they never pay their bills? They just that's somebody who didn't learn. And this is a problem with some of the society right now is they weren't raised the right way. and they haven't learned through life's hard knocks to get better. They just keep doing the same dumb thing over and over again. So, what do you tell the young? Are you worried about your generation at all?
I don't know. I don't know if it's getting better or worse, but I think a lot of people are just going with the flow too much, and they care too much about what people think. And a lot of people are lazy, but I think with how the school system is and how the government wants us to be, it is hard to get out of it, because they are making, like, right away you're learning what job do you want to be instead of what do you want to do. What job do you want? So automatically you're an employee. And then, what job? You're kindergarten, what job do you want? Saying you'll never be a boss, you'll always be an employee. So right away it's salary. And then it's like, okay, I don't know what I want to do. I just graduated. Now I'm going to go to college. Then it's like, I still don't know a lot of people don't know what they want to do. And then it's like, you get shamed for not going to college from your parents, some people, or from grandparents, and they care so much about college. Or they care so much about the normal way. Then you're in debt instead of spending, like, I would say spending $100,000 on coaching programs would be way better than $100,000 towards your degree.
Yeah, man. We're in a different world.
Whether it's good coaching programs or bad, you'll still learn from
it. Have you done some other ones as well?
Yeah, I've spent a lot of money.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What money have you have you spent money on coaching?
Right away, I had probably like $10,000 when I was 17, and when you live with your parents, you don't have to pay anything. So you think you're rich with $10,000. Now, if I had $10,000, I'd be losing mine. Like, holy crap, overhead's gonna kill me in a week. So
it's gone.
So the thing is, like, I was thinking this morning, I was like, man, if I were to go back and I was 16, I would make as much money as possible when I was 17 and 18 when I was living with my parents, because you don't have to pay for groceries and you don't have to pay for anything. You could literally live rent free and just keep all that money. So that's what I did.
I try to tell my kids that. I say, stop spending your money.
Yeah, I was working for my dad, and no one believed that I bought a $32,000 truck, that diesel, and a $12,000 dump trailer. So I had like a $45,000 setup. At age 17, I was 17 and a half, and I had that. No one believed that I swear to God, I bought it my own cash.
Right.
And like, because
they thought daddy helped you.
I had a side hustle, plus he did help me. He gave me a job for $20 an hour, $18 an hour. I saved up all my money as much as possible every month, and I wasn't spending nothing. Really? You can ask my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. Like, we weren't spending much. I wouldn't buy nothing. I was trying to,
who'd you learn that from?
Because I wanted to,
but who's thrifty in your family? Your mom or your dad?
Oh, my mom, yeah. Like, a lot of my stuff is from thrift, well, not today, but a lot of the stuff I wear now is from thrift stores. And I make a lot of money, but I still love a used t-shirt is just nice. Like, I think people, we were talking about it last night, like, I don't think houses are too expensive. I think people are just spending too much money on Starbucks and Target.
Oh yeah, man.
So if you spend $27 a day, that's $10,000 a year. And if you make $40,000 a year, and some people don't because they go to college and school, it's like, that's half your income. And you don't even realize it because you're going to fast food, you're going to Target, because a shirt at Target's $30, so boom.
Man, I love hearing what you're talking about right now, because it's like I'm talking to myself. Like, I didn't buy my first new truck until I was 40. And people say, like, and I had nice cars, but I didn't buy my first new one. I got nice cars now, but like, I could have lived in a $2 million house 15 years ago. You know what I mean? And so I got 2 nice houses now.
Yeah, I really want to live below my means and just stack up stuff like rentals rather than having a Raptor at my age.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So what are the goals? Tell me, like, what's the goals? Like, what do you want to accomplish? So obviously, what's the landscaping goals?
For landscape, I can't take it 1 year at a time. I think in 10 years, I want to have a $10 million company, but I just don't know.
Okay.
Next year, I want to be at, whether I really want to focus on profit and do a little less jobs, deal with the best clients, and build like an outdoor living landscape company where I'm doing like remodeling someone's whole backyard. You know, new paver patio, retaining walls, plantings, trees, new fence, new deck, new concrete, everything I could do. New sprinkler system, new sod, new artificial turf.
Barbecues,
Like, so we could do it all, but I just need to build this brand.
pools. Are you going to pools?
Not pools. It's literally a money pit because you're digging and then you can lose $100,000. So I would have to slowly get into that. One day, that is a goal. But like, if you told me a year ago I would have a real estate property, I'd be like, no, you're crazy. If you told me 2 years ago, you told me where I'd be now or what I'd be doing concrete. Like 2 years ago, I knew nothing about concrete. And now I've done over like probably 100 concrete projects. And
You've done 100?
I've done probably over 100 concrete projects.
So you're pressing it, dude.
Yeah. And so in a year from now, I have no clue what it'll look like. I'm just pushing month by month, day by day. And
You having fun?
Yeah, we're having fun. I have big goals, but nothing like just.
What's the biggest goal? Like what do you want to do for your family? And what do you like, you know, I'm sure you're going to have kids. I just see you you're a pretty mature guy.
Yeah, that's the hard part. So I was talking to this client yesterday and she's, I don't know how old she is. She might be like 50 or no, 60. She's getting checks every month from her dad who passed away a very long time ago because he has rentals. He did commercial real estate.
Yeah.
And he owns a lot off of Italian guy, I think off of Charlotte.
Okay.
You might know him, I don't know his name, but it's like, dang, if I can make that big of an impact for my family, for my kids' kids, that is like just a realization yesterday. I was like, dang, that is like the main goal is like to build something bigger than myself is definitely a huge goal because like, I don't know. But then it's like, do I want my kids being too rich and getting a check every month and they don't have to work? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
I have to instill into them like you need to work hard, and if I give you $1 million, you need to turn it over to 2 to 10, you know, and not just plateau, you know.
Yeah, that's the part that I struggle with, man, because you know, you can't, here's the thing is you can't not have your kids have a good life when you have money, when you're traveling and you're taking vacations. They're just going to be part of that. And so you can't like, you know, be that guy who's got money and then your family doesn't feel any of it because they're going to feel it. They're going to have the nice car, they have the nice house, they're going to get the nice things. And so you just have to demonstrate the work ethic and
work ethic and teaching them everything you know.
I mean, we're here on a Saturday. You see what kind of guy I am. We're here on a Saturday. I got my kids in the studio. Do you want to come in and say what's up? I know you're dying to do it. Come on. Why don't you run it for a little bit? Why don't we get some questions from a 12-year-old?
Are you in 6th grade?
Yeah.
6th grade? Middle school?
Yeah.
You go to public school?
Private. My dad moved us. He moved us.
Yeah, they were in public.
Yeah.
The education was not good there. And
Yeah.
like when you're talking about the job thing, they would come to us and they'd be like, so here's a career path, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do any of that stuff. And they'd make us like circle the things we wanted, and I'd be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Exactly. Sure.
What questions do you have for Trew, who's a business owner, starting his own business? He's got social media, all that stuff going on. What do you want to ask him as somebody who wants to start her own podcast and do some cool things? What do you want to ask?
Oh, so when did you start doing social media?
I think right when I started my company last year, I always started posting. I would post small little clips of each part of our project, like the before, the during, and the after. And I would just piece them together, put music on it, and I would put the price of the job. And so that was my big thing for like all of last year. And then it took a lot of guts to actually start talking on camera because I have a little speech impediment and I sound dumb sometimes. And it's like, once you get over that and you stop caring and, you know, people start like messaging you like, oh, wow, how can, you know, thanks for the motivation or the help. Then you start realizing like, okay, I need to post more to actually help people. And then you get over that, and then you start, because I never got my face on the screen for probably a year. And then you just got to keep on definitely progressing it. And at first it will be really cringy and it will be. And people will say some snark comments, and like your family and friends will say like, "Oh, nice video," and then you're like, "Cool, you know, it is what it is."
Yeah, because I've always wanted to like be a singer and stuff, and like I'm scared to be on stage, so that's not really like a good thing for trying to become a singer. And so this year we had a play, and I was kind of scared to like try out for it. So, but I tried out for it anyways, and then I got a really good part, and then when I got into the play, and I just got on stage, I wasn't even nervous anymore.
Oh yeah, and you did good. Yeah, oh, that's good.
What would you tell me to do since I'm 12 years old, like to start like kind of making money?
To make money at 12 years old, I don't know if it would be important to make money at 12 years old, but very important to learn how to make money from people that are doing it. And probably learning more and being under someone's wing to watch them and watch how they do things and how you would do it differently and better, or how, you know, if you look at someone's business, you're like, okay, I don't like how he does that, but I like how he does this, and I would do this. And then eventually keep learning. And then, I mean, you could work for them. And like I worked for my dad, and I learned a lot about business and about customer satisfaction and all that fun stuff. And it was about the money too, but it was like I learned so much, and then I just implemented it when it came time.
Yeah,
when it comes,
I know my dad works like a lot. So he tells me to like do my best, and like sometimes like the other day I like was watering plants, and then I was like being lazy, and then I just like stopped doing it because I was like being lazy. And then my dad came out and checked it, and he was like, "You didn't do it." And I was like, "Yeah, I did," and I started lying. And so then I got grounded, so.
Is this your confession on live TV? All right, go ahead, baby doll. That's funny. I'm glad you got it off your chest. Now everybody knows.
When I was in 6th grade, I don't even know if I think I was just working for my dad in the summers.
Yeah.
But I don't think, I think I was just playing Fortnite all the time.
Oh yeah. It's tough, man. So you're gonna own the properties. You're getting the landscaping business going. What's the family look like? What's the family situation look like in the future, ideally?
Oh, me and Emma, my wife, just whenever we have one kid, we want to have 3 kids in 3 years. I think that's the plan.
Okay.
So it'd be hard.
Are you guys trying to put that on the back burner for now?
Yeah, for now.
Because it's gonna stop a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you guys realize that probably.
Yeah,
Go travel first is what my recommendation
We're going to Hawaii this January, and we want to do, travel. Yeah, but
you're still young, man. Go travel the world and with your wife, and go look at everything, and then have kids.
Yeah, I really want to work hard and get something going and keep building. But I know the kids will just motivate me even more. Every day waking up and having something to actually work for, and it's like, man, they depend on me. It'd be big.
That's cool, man.
I think it would be like, man, maybe we need one now for some motivation. I think it's God's timing and everything, and he'll tell me and my wife when it's time.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's time now. I don't think so, because I think I would know if it was, but I don't know.
So how long have you and your wife been together? You said you guys started dating in high school?
Yes, so she went to a different high school, and she's 2 years older. So
she's 2 years older.
2 years older. Weird situation. I was pretty cool. A sophomore dating a senior.
Nice.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And so we started dating that March 20th, 2022, and in December 2022, I dropped out of high school fully. And so I knew, since I talked to her, and we, I was like, okay, she's the one for me. Like because a lot of people she's a senior, so she's going off to college. So she was going off to college to Mizzou. We wouldn't have been together. But she was like, yeah, I'm going to Maple Woods, a community college, to save money. And because I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I want to be a teacher, I think. And I just want to save money, and I don't want to. And I don't like when people go and spend all and get all in debt. It's like blah blah blah. I'm wow. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what I want to hear. Like, oh, you're staying here and you're not, and you don't party, and she's not, you know, someone to hold me down. And she really did that. And right away, I think I was like, you know, I really want to drop out. So I think I got done with sophomore year, and then I worked for my dad, and I didn't want to go back to school in that fall. I wanted to drop out, but legally I couldn't because you have to be 17 to drop out.
What?
Yep. In Missouri, or they could come after my parents or something.
Are you serious?
Maybe, yeah, it says on Google, but I think my parents just, you know, go. So I didn't take a math class or an ELA class, and I was just doing classes like PE and another class just to get out to work for my dad after school. So I only did like 4 classes, and everyone knew I was dropping out. And it was hard because I knew like, oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. And no one else thought. My closest friend at the time, he was like, what if it doesn't work? And I just laughed. I'm like, it's going to work, dude. Like, you don't know me. And
Yeah.
And
That's the, you know, it's the
we were talking about Emma.
Yeah.
But she stayed with me that whole time because she believed in me and had faith in me that no matter what, I was such a hard worker. And I was, because I was making some good money, and I was very smart for my age, and I was a hustler, and I had a work ethic. And I think her boyfriend before was an absolute loser, and he still is. And
shout out ex-boyfriend.
He's a joke, and she wanted something. She wanted the real deal. Yeah. She got the real deal. I got the real deal. I got an amazing wife who supports me and holds me down, and everyone else is out partying, having fun, drinking, smoking, college, wasting money. And we're very dialed in, I'd say. Like, we are like a 40-year-old couple.
Yeah, it's pretty funny too, the fact that because I think when you hear the word dropout, the word that comes to my mind is loser. Like, and I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear that word, that it's not
high school dropout, yes.
Yeah.
College, community college. If you drop out of community college, I feel like you will be. I feel like everyone's dropped.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, high school.
A high school dropout is like, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you hear something, you're thinking something is wrong with this guy, but you just knew.
I knew. I hit. Okay, this is actually funny. So, and now think about it. So, my dad got diagnosed with cancer September 11th, like 2022, right before I dropped out as well. And I did a job. I made some good money. So at 16 years old, I made $1,800 in maybe 18 hours of work. So 3 days of work. So I was making $100 an hour at 16 years old. I'm like, you know, this is it. This is the way. And I did another job. I made money. It was really hard. It was a hard job. And I was at church, and I was thinking about dropping out. I was like, you know what? Like, I got to quit football. And it's going to be hard, but I think I want to save up all my money and start my own business eventually. And after church service, guess what I saw on someone's shirt? Someone decided to wear a shirt that said, "This is your sign." And I'm like, dang, it's my sign to drop out. I need to drop out. It's gonna be tough. And then so my dad got diagnosed with cancer at the time, and I was dropping out. So that's not easy for him because he's like, dang, my son's dropping out. But
it feels like a negative.
So
like
he had cancer, but I took, because he was doing chemo. So me and my sister took over his business. She did the business side, and I ran, like, I was helping out the crew. I was a crew member, and I was getting everything organized, and just like, we ran his business for a full year while he was kicking cancer's ass, I'd say. And so it was a hard time, and it was.
What'd you learn during that year?
The year of 2023,
Do you believe? I mean, did that help you know that you could do it after you ran his crew? Kind of like, was that like that?
Yeah. I knew.
It was like almost a.
I knew at 17 years old I was a leader, and I was very good at like being a boss. I'd say I was a bad boss because I was a boss's kid. I was a jerk.
Were you that typical?
Yeah, I would. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
How'd you find that out? Just looking back on yourself, or
that I was a jerk.
yeah?
I was just an annoying boss's kid that was a brat, kind of.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, telling people what to do when they're 50 years old and I'm 17. And I was like, if someone did that to me, I'd slap them in the face and quit. You know? But just doing that, and I literally was working at 17 years old, high school dropout. I was working every single day on the weekdays from Monday to Friday. I would work for my dad 50 hours a week, making $18 an hour or $20 an hour. So maybe like, let's say 800 a week from him. And on the weekends, I would find a side hustle job, a landscape job of my own from next door. And I'd make the same amount of money I made from him, but in 2 days on the weekend.
So you started putting your stuff up on Nextdoor.
On Nextdoor.
So where do you get most of your clients from right now?
Google.
From your Google reviews?
Google reviews, Google SEO, and Google ads.
So you spend money on Google?
A lot of money on Google.
What's a lot of money?
$7,000 a month, I think.
You spend $7,000 a month
on advertisement.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And then how many reviews do you have right now on Google?
72.
What are you trying to get it to?
Definitely 100.
Definitely 100. Does that help? Do you think that once you...
My friend told me once he hit 100, it was just weird. Right. When someone sees over 100 views, the clients just like gas you up and like, you're amazing.
Do you have a website too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
that's the thing about me is like I'm 19 years old and I look and shout out to landscapers in Kansas City, but no one has real reviews unless they're a lawn care company. And there's only like, I'd say like I'm already halfway up on as many reviews as people in the area. Like maybe like I'm up there.
So how do you get more reviews quickly?
Just doing the best work and asking the client for a review.
Are you asking the client for every client?
Yeah, most of them that I feel like they're going to leave me a great review that are happy and great and good people. Hell yeah.
So you don't ask everybody?
No, I don't ask people that are just problem makers because they might leave me a 4-star review or something. But yeah, most people wouldn't leave one. I think it's either like a 1-star or a 5-star. And I say, hey, can you leave me a 5-star review?
You know, with Go High Level, you can send them a review, and if you don't like it, you don't publish it.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can kind of control that aspect of things for your business.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, you're doing awesome, man. You're doing amazing. It's been really inspiring to hear your story. I've liked getting to know you, and like I really think it's cool that my kids are here listening to it too, because such a problem as a father and somebody who's got kids, you're like, you got to like do this. And like when I see someone like you, I'm like, I want my kids to work hard like you do. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them to work hard like I do. I want them to work hard like you do, because it's easier to demonstrate, hey, this is what can happen, and you can get whatever you want if you're willing to put the work in. And like you said earlier in our conversation, everything on social media these days, all these kids see is just like instant, you know, and you know, people want it. They want the thing. They want the this. They want the that. The Starbucks. They want everything. And so, what words of wisdom do you have for people who are out listening to this podcast right now? Maybe they're youngsters. Maybe they're even a little bit older and they haven't. Because I think you got a lot of guts. Dropping out takes a lot of guts. You got to.
For a whole year, everyone was just like, nah, "Are you gonna get your GED?" And I'm like, "No, are you gonna plan A only? I'm not gonna get my GED. Like, I don't need it. I'm gonna be a business owner no matter what." For a full year, and then when I started posting the jobs, because I was actually doing good jobs and making money, and then everyone just knew like, oh, change, you know, in 1 year.
It's real.
Some people it takes 5 years until that moment. You know, it takes 5 years of failing in business for them to actually catch a break, and then they're an overnight success somehow, you know. But they get doubted from their family and friends, and they get laughed at, and because you're not what they want you to be.
Right.
And I tell my following, like, don't listen to anyone that you don't want their life.
Don't get diet advice from the guy who's heavy.
Yeah.
You know,
don't like, if they don't have a business or they failed business, don't take business advice from them. Maybe you can listen to like how they failed. Like maybe they went too much in debt or they did that. But don't be like, oh, if I wish I did that. Why don't you do it now? And they're like, well, because
It's so funny that you say that. And I think there's a lot of truth out there. Like, you know, having a stepfather, I watched him just screw a lot of stuff up as a kid. And, you know, my dad didn't do the things that I think he wanted to do. And there's so many people telling you what you should do. And you have a very good knowledge base of what you think you should do. And so I think that like having knowledge and having being courageous and brave enough to execute in spite of everybody telling you everything takes a lot of skills. And I appreciate you sharing your story with everybody, because to me, the biggest thing that I've gotten from our conversation is like, you're not afraid to make tough decisions and do things that are not popular. And I think that's very tough for people because everybody wants to follow along. And to buck the system, to buck the trend is what you got to do in life to get ahead.
Yeah, there's this kid who's in my small coaching group on Facebook. He's 16 years old. He dropped out of high school. I didn't tell him to. You know, I don't say do it. You know, he did it. He's 16 years old, and he's gonna do like right under 100K in sales this year at 16.
Yeah.
And so he has his own mowing business. I'm like, dude, I did that at 17 years old. Like, you're a beast. Like, you're gonna be like. So I have to go hard every year just so he'll never beat me. You know, in a way.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, because my friend who's in lives by me, he's 17 and he's subcontracting jobs just like me, and so when I was 17, I made 100K, you know, 30K working for my dad, 70K not profit but in sales from my landscape company, and he's well over 100K in project-based work and lawn mowing. And I'm like, man.
Who'd you learn that from? So who was the first guy to teach you that? Was that Chase?
Project-based work?
Yeah.
So he talked about it all the time, but so I think Chase learned a lot from Tigran Gertz.
Yep.
Tigran, he's
San
Jose, California. He made me realize, well, he didn't, but like people in his group like made me realize, like, you know, I don't need to mow because my dad owned a lawn mowing business. I wanted to do the same thing. I realized, you know, like I needed to make project-based work, and I was doing project-based work and making $500 cash profit a day at 17 years old, 16 years old. And I'm like, you know, that's it. Like, that's the way, because you can make more per day than mowing lawns. And, you know, lawns are a steady income and it's good, but like, it's like, I'd rather work less and make more.
Yeah.
And, but I went to this event in 2023 and I had no money. I spent almost all my money on this event to go, and just being around people that all did $1 million in sales around the table. And I'm like, what? And I thought I was cool stuff because I'm like, you know, I'm the talk of my school because I dropped out. I'm making money. And I'm like, man, these people all make 20 times as much money as me, and you know, they're doing it. Like, man, it's possible, because at 17 years old, I got around a network of people that were doing it, and just being inspired, like, it's possible. And that whole trip, because I like, my parents, my wife didn't want me going, I think, like, and I went and I learned so much, and it really wasn't learning. It's never about the event itself. The events suck. Like, you won't learn nothing at the event, like how to scale your company. Like,
yeah.
You won't learn how to scale your company in 2 hours. You'll learn about unlocking a new mindset, being around these people. Like, man, like I went on a trip to Austin this year and I unlocked a new mindset of delegating more, and a new mindset of I shouldn't be doing this, or I know what I need to do, and I need to lose some money in order to do it.
Yeah.
And just being not afraid and being like, man, I went on a trip in Austin. It was very powerful because there's a lot of young people. I think the oldest person was 25.
Yeah.
And there was probably 20 kids who were all from 17 to 25. We're all just crushing it. And it's just inspiring. Like, man, we're all like,
that sounds like a cool time, man.
It was a great time. And I stayed for free somehow. Shout out Anomaly Marketing.
Anomaly Marketing.
Stayed with them.
All right, so let's wrap it up, man. So for people who are trying to follow Trew's story, which is just getting going,
we haven't even talked about this year and last year. We just talked about my come up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part though, is trying to make it. Once you get a little break, it's just you got to keep on going, and the hardest part is not listening to your friends and family and the haters and the snark comments, and pushing past that because you know better than anyone else because you're yourself.
That's it, man.
It's tough though.
How do people follow your journey?
On Instagram at Trew Kitch, TREWKITCH, and I pretty much only do Instagram.
What if people want to hire you in the Kansas City area? How do they get a hold of you?
You can search this up on Google, Trew Landscape.
Trew Landscape. Don't click the sponsored one. Just click the one that says not sponsored, because you got to pay for the PPC or what?
Yeah. I don't want to put my phone number out there right now, but they can find it.
Google the Trew Landscape. Fill out the form if you need the help on the business. Now, what about students? You're helping other guys?
I'm doing a monthly thing where you just give me $99 a month and you ask as many questions as you want. I just tell you exactly what I think and exactly what true 16-year-old Trew would want. Like, if I could go back in time, it's like I'm basically like, that's what I'm making content for right now, is Trew Kitch at the beginning of his journey. Like, man, if I could he'd just skyrocket without learning the hard things.
Awesome, man.
Skipping the levels, and some people don't want to listen to me. I'm like, well, whatever, you'll learn.
Yeah, most people don't want to listen, dude. They just want
to listen.
Yeah,
my friends won't listen.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time on a Saturday, man. Guys, make sure you give us a 5-star review. Make sure you share this podcast with a friend, and make sure whatever you're doing, take action today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Trew is a spitting image of what it takes to be successful. He's taking action every day. He's invested in himself. He's sharing his story with other people, and he's surrounding himself by the right people to get to where he wants to go next. Yep. That's what you should do if you're looking to take action. Make sure you subscribe. We'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
Man, I am so happy that you turned into the Millionaire Mentorship Podcast. It's something that I've been working on for over 3 years right now. We're up to 150 podcast episodes. A lot of them are virtual. A lot of them are in studio, which is what we prefer. If you have a guest that you think that should be on our podcast, all you got to do is comment who it is, and we'll reach out to them. Or if you want to reach out to them and reach out to us, we'd love to have them on a show. We're looking for entertaining, inspirational people that, just like you hear on the podcast every week, that can bring value and help our listening audience achieve their goals. If that's something for you, comment down below and let us know.